Am I overreacting for moving out without telling my family after they kept treating me like the backup parent? By Superb Crow 9604. How great! You live with your parents, but then you also have to act like a parent. That makes a whole lot of sense. I still live at home with my parents and my 3 younger siblings. Ever since I turned 16, I've basically been treated like a third parent instead of an actual daughter. My parents both work, which I understood at first, so I helped out with babysitting, cooking, cleaning, homework, all of it. But over the years, it stopped being helping and became expected. That for me changes things always so dramatically. The moment it stops feeling like people appreciate what you're doing, I'm totally like, I'm just turned off from it. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. Screw all of you. But even then, okay, right, you understood that your parents had to work and therefore you had to take care of your siblings with, what was it, a whole bunch of stuff. Babysitting, cooking, cleaning, homework, all of it. But your parents decided to have the kids. So why did they have them if they knew that they couldn't maintain them on their own? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I know we shouldn't make assumptions about financial situations, but if they both work, surely they could hire a babysitter. But I don't know, look, maybe they are really tight, that can happen, and that's not something I'm judging them for, but like still. Then your 16-year-old daughter, who's now 23, so this has been going on for what, 7 years? If I went out with friends, my mom would spam call me asking when I was coming home because the kids needed dinner. If I said I was tired after work, my dad would tell me welcome to adulthood and still ask me to watch the kids while they relaxed. My younger siblings even started calling me instead of my parents whenever they needed permission for something because they knew I was the one actually taking care of them. Wow. As parents, are you not just extremely embarrassed at that point? You are not the point of contact for your own child anymore. How do you just sleep at night knowing that? Or maybe they don't know because they're extremely naive, but then again, right, you don't know. All this points to people who wanted the fun of having kids, but they didn't want any of the responsibility. So they just shove it onto you, and then they can, like you said, relax. They can relax so that someone else, their own kid, can take care of their other own kids that they made. But it gets worse. Of course it gets worse. Of course it does. Meanwhile, my older brother, who is 4 years older, still lives at home too and does absolutely nothing. He leaves dishes everywhere, sleeps until noon on weekends, and somehow nobody expects him to help because he's tired from work. Apparently, only daughters are built for unpaid labor. Now, I have to question why it's bad that he's sleeping until noon on the weekends. Like, if it's his free time, then why not do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? But the dishes part, I hate it when people do that, right? Sometimes I find dishes in the kitchen and it's like the dishwasher is literally, what is it, 1 meter? It's probably like 3 feet, I don't know, I'm just saying something, right? It's like away from you, so you open it and then you put it in and then it's gone, right? You don't have to worry about it. But no, you left it on the counter. But why did you do that? So that's strange. I mean, to be fair, if he is that lazy and stuff, maybe the parents don't trust him to take care of the kids, and they probably are right to not trust him. It's still really unfair though, and stupid anyway. You shouldn't be in this situation regardless. But then the fact that your brother is there, who's older than you, and he just gets a free pass is ridiculous. So I'm guessing it's probably because from the start he said like, no, I'm not doing this. Fix it yourself. And he was right, unfortunately. And you should have done the same. But you did it because you are, compassionate and empathetic, and you realize, like you said, you understand that they are probably having a lot of time dedicated to work and stuff and are tired. But now you are experiencing those same things, and now they are still taking advantage of you. Now, the only thing you could do against this is put your foot down and say, this is not happening anymore, and you fix it yourself. It's not my kids, buddy. Which I think is exactly what she did, but we'll read that now. A few months ago, I secretly started apartment hunting because I realized I was genuinely miserable. I can say the word. Felt guilty because I love my siblings, but I started noticing I was having panic attacks before coming home from work because I knew the second I walked in, someone would need something from me, which is extremely unhealthy. Hello. Again, how do your parents sleep at night? It can't be that they are totally blind to the effect that it's having on you and they're just totally okay with that. Who cares? It's just our daughter, right? I don't care about her. She's stupid and whatever. She'll take care of the kids that I wanted, but now don't want anymore. That we'll do that, and then I'll sleep very happy at night. I feel so good. Sense of responsibility like a doorknob, which means zero. They have zero sense of responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say. Last week, I finally signed a lease. I told my parents yesterday that I'm moving out next month. My mom cried immediately and asked how I could abandon the family like this. My dad got angry and asked how they were supposed to manage everything without me. Not once did either of them ask if I was excited or happy. Of course they wouldn't, because they don't like you or care about you and see you just as a tool to use for the kids that they didn't want or did want. They don't want him anymore now. The worst part is my younger siblings overheard the argument and started crying because my parents kept saying things like, I guess your sister doesn't care about us anymore. Right, me personally, this is what I would do, but I'm not saying that you should do that. If my parents did that, I would kill him on the spot. Because maybe not kill him, beat him, right? Really beat him. I'm joking, by the way. I would never do this, and nobody should ever do this, and I'm not saying that you should do this. Nobody should do this. But it would warrant it. It would be deserved, but don't do it. But it would be deserved, you know what I'm saying? How could you say that? You'll never guess who actually doesn't care about the family anymore. Oh, it's the parents who do absolutely nothing to take care of the family. Well, except work. Well, they do work. Even though so does their daughter that then also takes care of the kids. But that's details. Details, not important. The sister, right? Our own daughter doesn't care about this family anymore. After we, from the moment she was 16, put the responsibilities of an adult on her and expected it without any thanks, without any payment. No payment, right? And then when she wants to stand on her own legs, even though she's 23, and people who are 23 often don't want to live with their parents anymore, except for the brother, who is a lazy piece of crap, who probably can't do anything still. Like, you're abandoning this family. And your brother also, who is also still living at home. But that, no, not important. Details. We talked about this. Those are not important. Anyway, 23-year-olds often want to stand on their own two legs. You've hogged her, tied her down. Like, expect her to stay there until she's like 30, until the younger siblings are now old enough to take care of their own. Is that what you wanted? I mean, screw her life. We gave her life, and then we don't want her to use it. Her freedom, her experience, her younger years, they should all be used to make us more lazy, right? So we don't have to bear any responsibility, because that's super cringe. That's what daughters are for, right? In her younger years, how dare she try and explore the world and try and build a life of her own? It's ridiculous and honestly really ungrateful, and clearly she doesn't care about anyone but herself. Right, with all this said, do you understand how ridiculous you sound, Mr. and Mrs. Parent, dumb? I hate these people. I want to say a bunch of words, but I won't. Now extended family is messaging me saying I'm selfish for leaving when my parents need help and that family is supposed to sacrifice for each other. But honestly, I feel lighter just knowing I'm getting out soon. That last part about extended family makes me believe this whole thing was AI, because AI always says that. Now the other people in the family are saying family's everything. Every AI story ever says that. So now I'm upset that this is probably AI. But then again, I don't know, because her account doesn't seem AI. Let me see. Alright, so after looking at her account, I don't think it's AI. So we're assuming this is real now. I love it when, like, extended family is trying to chime in. Like, they know at all what is going on, because they don't. Is your whole family just, like, people who lack any empathy? Do they all not understand how rough it must be for you? Maybe they just don't care, or maybe your mom and dad are really good at manipulation. It's working on the younger siblings. So my final verdict, you are absolutely not overreacting. You did the right thing by moving out. What happened to you, especially so young, is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So you finally fixing your own place, good for you. Do that. And enjoy it as well. Enjoy it. Don't feel guilty about it. Because your parents, they deserve everything that's coming to them. And maybe your brother can finally step up a little. Hopefully your parents learn that they need to take care of their own kids, but they won't, because, I mean, history kind of shows that they won't, but we can be a little naive and hopeful. But anyway, that will do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like in the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and comment something. Your opinion about this situation, me, maybe a situation of your own. It's, you're free to do whatever you want. Yeah, see you later.